Hello students, I am here with another video from the chapter of class 7th NCERT book, that is Light. Before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that till now what all things we have discussed in this lesson. So we'll start with the revision of this lesson. We'll start with the recap of this lesson, that we have studied this lesson by starting the name of light. What do you mean by the word light? Light means it is a form of energy, and whenever we talk of light, we always think of that there is some body which is releasing some light rays. Okay, so what is that? That is the sun. Okay, there are certain objects which which gives us light. Those are known as the luminous objects, whereas those which do not give us light is known as the non-luminous object. Now, after that, we have seen the properties of light. So, what is the property of light? The first property of light was that it always travels in a straight line. Okay, so children, what was that property? It was that light travels in a straight line, which we have also proved by using one experiment, doing one experiment also, that if we are taking a long pipe and if we are going to look through that pipe, we will be able to see that light, we are able to see the flame of light, or we are able to see the bulb which is present in your room. And if we are bending that pipe, we are not able to see that bulb light. Okay, so why this is happening? This was happening just because that light always travels in a straight line. Okay, next thing is that if it would have been not being traveled in the straight line, it would have been crossed that pipe very easily, and would have we can easily see that pipe, we can easily see the light. Okay, similarly, it also has another property, that it shows a reflection. Okay, so we have seen about the reflection. Now, what do you mean by reflection? Reflection means it is the bouncing back of light. It is the bouncing back of light, or it could be known as the change in the direction of light. Okay, so what do you mean by the change in the direction of light? Change in the direction of light means after striking the surface, it is going to move in one direction, and that direction is always fixed, and that direction also is decided because of the type of the surface on which that light is falling. If it is a plain surface, if it is the smooth surface, it is going to form a regular reflection, whereas if it is a rough surface, it forms an irregular reflection, or it forms the diffused reflection. Okay, so if we have seen this diffused reflection and regular reflection, after that we have seen that what kind of image is being formed in the plane mirror. So a plane mirror forms the equal size image which is equal to that of the object, and it is also formed at an equal distance. Okay, so whenever the image is formed in the plane mirror, it is formed of the equal length. Okay, after that we have also seen the property of light. Property of image was that it was laterally inverted. Now, what do you mean by laterally inverted? Laterally inverted means it is the right left reversal is taking place when we are looking at the image in the plane mirror. Okay, now if the image in the plane mirror is right left reversal is there, is there any use of this lateral inversion? Yes, there was a use. It was used in the ambulance, where this letter is all the letters of the word ambulance was written laterally inverted because if some vehicle is passing by and the rear view mirror can view that particular spelling of ambulance, that would be seen in the form of a straight letter, or all those letters would look straight, and the spelling of the ambulance would be clearly visible in the rear view mirror, and the vehicle could give a pass. Okay, now next what we have studied was the spherical mirrors. Okay, now how do you make mirrors? The mirrors are always made with the help of the glass, and how this glass is converted in the form of mirror? By painting it silver. We make one surface silver, and after that we just paint one more color over it. Okay, so that it becomes an opaque side, and we would easily be able to reflect the light from the reflecting side of the mirror. Okay, Now, next thing what we have studied was the about spherical mirrors, and spherical mirrors also we have seen that there are two mirrors which could be cut with the help of this spherical mirror. Now, what are these two mirrors? These two mirrors were the concave mirror and the convex mirror, children. Okay. So, we have also seen the concept of concave mirror as well as the convex mirror. So, what do you mean by a concave mirror and a convex mirror, which I have shown you with the help of the spoon, that the inner side of the spoon was curved inwards. So, this is known as the concave side, and the back side of the spoon was bulged outside, and this was curved outwards. So, this is known as the convex mirror. This is known as the convex side. If we are studying in the case of the spherical mirrors or the curved mirrors, it is known as the concave mirror and the convex mirror. Okay, it is known as the convex mirror. Fine. So, concave and the convex mirrors are the two spherical mirrors or the curved surface of the mirror, where you could see that concave mirror is having the reflecting surface curved inwards, whereas in convex mirrors the reflecting surface is curved outwards. Okay. So, this small lines which I have drawn at the back side, this shows the non-reflecting surface, and the line which I have drawn without the line which is plain, so which is showing you a plain surface, that is the reflecting surface. Okay. So, after that what we have to study in this chapter is the uses of, okay. So, before that there is one more activity which has to be discussed here. Okay. So, we have also seen about the two types of images, children. Okay. So, if we see the types of images, so what we will study is the types of images now. Okay. The types of images. Okay, now there are two types of images. One is the virtual image and the other one is the real image. Now, what do you mean by the virtual image and the real image? Virtual image means it is the image which is not obtained on screen. Okay, which is not obtained on screen, whereas this real image is obtained on screen. And what do you mean by a screen? Screen could be the screen of your phone, the screen of your laptop, the screen of your television, the screen of your desktop. Okay, so it could be any of the screen. Fine. Now, next thing what we will discuss is that this real and the inverted image is also obtained with the help of these curved surface. So, if we take concave and the convex mirrors, can we be able to find or obtain any kind of this virtual or real image? Is this true, or is this could happen if we are using these curved mirrors? Can we obtain this real image as well as a virtual image? Okay, now what you have to do is, see, in activity number 15.7, which is given in your book, it says that fix a concave mirror on a stand or any arrangement to keep the mirror steady. We can do it. Okay, so we have to place one concave mirror in the with the help of stand. Okay, so how we are going to obtain the image? Let's see. What you have to do, you have to fix one concave mirror in the stand. Suppose that this is a concave mirror and you are just putting it with the help of stand. Okay, now what? Next, what you have to do, you have to keep this steady, means this should not move. Okay, this mirror should not move. So, this is a concave mirror, as it is having the curved surface inwards. This curved surface is inwards. Okay. Next, what you will do, you will keep it on a table, place a white paper or cardboard that is 15 or 10 centimeters, about 10 to 15 centimeters, that will act as a screen. You have to keep a white cardboard sheet in front of here. Okay, just keep it here. That acts as a screen. Okay, just place a white cardboard or white paper over here that would act as a screen. Okay, now what you will do? Next thing what you will do is that you are going to keep the lighted candle at the table of distance of about 50 centimeters from the mirror. Now place a lighted candle here. Okay, place a lighted candle here. Fine, which should be 50 centimeters away from this mirror, and the curved surface should also come in front. Okay, so this flame should be visible here in the concave side of the mirror. Okay, now what you will do, you will observe this candle flame on the screen, whether you are able to get any image on the screen or not. Now what happens, the light is going to fall on this concave mirror and it is going to strike back, and this is going to be lighting up, or this could be either seen on the screen or not. So if we are able to see it on the screen, it means that it forms a real image, and if we are not able to see anything on the screen, it means it is forming a virtual image. Okay, now let us find out. So what will be the answer for this? Try to obtain an image of the flame on the screen. You will find the image on the screen. For this you have to move the screen till a sharp image of the flame is obtained to make sure that the screen is not obstructed by the light from the candle falling on the mirror. Okay, now what you will do, you will just see the reflection. You will just see the reflection over here, whether the candle flame is able to see or not. You are able to see or not. Okay, as soon as this is falling here on the screen, we are going to get a sharp image over here. Okay, if we are able to see the sharp image, you have to adjust this cardboard. No doubt you have to adjust this cardboard according to obtain the image on the screen. You could either move this cardboard towards or away from the screen. Okay, what you will do, you will just you are just going to move this cardboard with the help of, after moving this cardboard, what you will do, you will obtain the image on the screen. Okay, so that would be easier for you all to understand that how this image would be formed. So what we have done in this experiment, we have taken the lighted candle in front of the concave mirror. Once we are keeping it on the concave mirror, what is happening, we have to adjust the screen to obtain the image. Now what has happened? So what would be the answer for this question? The image, make sure that the screen is not obstructed by the light of the candle falling on the mirror. Is this a real image or a virtual image, or it is of same size of the flame? So now you have to move the candle towards the mirror and place it at different distances from it, and each case you try to obtain the image on the screen and you have to record the observation. Fine. Now next thing, it is possible to obtain the image on the screen when the candle is too close. So what would happen if the candle is very close to this mirror? Is this able to form an image or not? Okay, now you can see there are two types of images which are being formed. So the images which are being formed, we can easily see the image on the screen. Yes, if it is obtained on the screen, in both the cases, when the object is moved very close to it or far away from it, we are able to form two types of images. One time it is inverted, one time it is enlarged and inverted, whereas in the second time it was inverted as well as it was a smaller image. Okay, but both the cases it is going to form a real image because it is being obtained on a screen. Okay, so please remember that this concave mirror is going to give you the real image. Okay, it is going to form real image on the screen. Okay, now if we are moving it very close to it, what happens? It is not going to form any image. It means that the virtual image is also formed. Okay, virtual image is also formed when this candle is placed very close to it. Okay, very close to it. So there would be no image on the screen. So what would happen? If there would be no image on the screen, it means that only the candle flame would be visible in this mirror. It would not be obtained on the screen, so it forms a virtual image. Fine. So both real and virtual image could be obtained from a concave mirror by changing its direction of the burning candle. Move away, it could move away, or it could move very close to it, so that in both the cases you could obtain the image, but it would be of different natures. Okay, now concave mirrors are used, so the concave mirror can be smaller or larger in size than the object. The image is also virtual or real. Okay, Concave mirrors are used for many purposes. Now, what are the uses of this concave mirror? Let's find out what is the use of this concave mirror, children. So, what you will see, you will write down, you will study the use of this concave mirror. So, what are the uses of concave mirror? Okay, so what are the uses of this concave mirror? Let's write down one by one. Let us discuss this. So the first use of concave mirror is that concave mirrors are used in many purposes. You might have seen the doctors using concave mirrors for examining your eyes, your ear, or your nose, or your throat. Okay, so if we go to a doctor, they wear a mirror over here which has a light. Even the lens is there. I mean, a light is going to fall on it. So that concave mirror is used, or a small mirror which is being used. It is a very small, and it is having a handle in it, and it is going to the doctor opens the mouth, and it is able, that person, I mean that mirror is able to show the image of your teeth very easily, so that dentist observe your teeth very clearly and very nearby. Okay, and keeping that mirror very nearby. So what kind of mirror is that? That mirror is the concave mirror. So it is used by the dentists. Okay, it is used by the doctors. Okay, it is used by the doctors for examining your nose, your ear, okay, or your eyes. Fine. Next thing, the concave mirrors are also used by the dentist to enlarge the things, because as we have just now seen that the image which was formed on the screen was enlarged. It also shows the real image as well as enlarged image. Even the virtual image which was being shown, that was also enlarged. So this quality of concave mirror is to enlarge the image that is being utilized by the doctors to see the image of your the teeth or the ear or nose. Okay, so that is the use of this concave mirror used by the doctors, or it could be used by the dentist. Okay, children. Next use is that the reflectors of the torch or the headlights of the car and the scooters are of concave in shape. So what are it is also used in the reflectors. Now what is this reflectors? I'll just tell you. Reflectors of car. So what are these reflectors? If you observe the light, the headlight which is placed over here. So this, what is this headlight? So it has a bulb here, and the mirror which is placed here, that is concave in shape. So it has a mirror inside the headlight. There is a mirror. So that mirror is concave in shape. Okay, because it is silvered from inside, so that it could reflect the complete light which is falling on it. So because of which, the mirror which is being used inside this light is the concave mirror, children. Okay, so it is used in the reflectors of the cars and the scooters or any other vehicle which has a headlight. Okay, so this headlight is used. So this reflectors of the headlights are also using which type of mirror? Concave mirror, because this is going to give the light as far as possible, and also the light could be enlarged. Okay, now what else is there? The is concave in shape. Yes. Next is, he observed that his image is shiny surface of the bell also is of a new bicycle. Okay, why this person Bujo was able to observe his image on the new bell of his bicycle, or the bell of his new bicycle? Why it was having? Because that was also a shiny surface, and that also have a curved surface. Okay, next thing was that it was erect and smaller in size. He wondered that bell also is a kind of spherical mirror. Can you recognize the type of mirror? Yes. So the mirror which was placed at the mirror or the bell of the cycle also was a curved surface, but that was curved outwards. That was a convex shape. Okay, that had a convex shape. Next thing is that if it was having a convex shape. Now next thing is that you have to see the activity. Now reflecting surface of the bell was a convex shape, because the bell was curved from outside, so it was like this. So this shape is known as a convex shape. Okay, children. So this convex shape is there, and this is also we are able to see the surface, we are able to see the image also on this convex shape. Now you have to repeat this activity 15.7, and now with a convex mirror is placed in the instead of using concave mirror. So what would you see? And you have to draw the table also, and you will see that real image is obtained or not from the convex mirror. So if you keep the distance, that same experiment we would repeat, that you have to keep one. Okay, so this was about the uses, and now we will see about the convex mirror and that experiment which was placed. Okay, so what was the experiment of convex mirror? So that experiment was, we'll keep one convex mirror. Okay, we'll keep one convex mirror. Then we are going to keep one candle, and we will keep one screen. And we will be able to, whether we are able to see the image on the screen or not. Okay, let us find out. So we can recognize the mirrors used in the side of the scooters, which are convex in mirror. Okay, so what would happen? Yes, the enlarged image would be obtained. So what would happen in the convex mirror? In the convex mirror, and one of the enlarged image would be obtained, and this could be seen on the screen. So this forms a real image, and that would be enlarged. Okay, no virtual image would be seen, but this was enlarged and real images obtained from this convex mirror. This was the candle flame which was being seen here in the on the screen. That forms a real image. Okay, and this forms an enlarged image. Now what you will see, what is the use of this convex mirror? So what is the use? The very first use of this convex mirror is that it is used in the rear view mirror. Okay, now why this is going to form a rear view mirror? And the image which was formed was a real one. Okay, that was a real one, and that also, that too in the that was obtained, that was in the form of the straight, means erect image was obtained, no inverted image was obtained. So in convex, the erect image is obtained. Okay, so what happens? Smaller but erect. And if you are obtaining the image, on the screen, we can obtain it on the screen also. Okay, so what is there? What is the use of this convex mirror? You can see the images. We can recognize the mirrors, rear view mirror. It is used as a rear view mirror. Okay, so this convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror. Okay, now next thing is that the image is going to spread over a large area, so this helps the driver to see the traffic behind them. Okay, so this is used to see the traffic behind them. Okay, so it appears to be smaller, but it is either that images are smaller actually. So if it is, whether it is smaller or a larger image in the rear view mirror, wider view could be seen. So image appears to be close, but it is smaller. It is also written on the mirror also that the image which is seen in this rear view mirror is erect and smaller, okay, than the size of the object. So what happens? But it is going to give rise to a wider view. Wide view could be seen. So this is used as a rear view mirror in the vehicles. Okay. Similarly, these mirrors also give one illusion like thing when a smaller area is there of a room. It is used if you go in the salon or in the parlor, or where the trial rooms are there the mirrors are being placed on all the walls. Now why these mirrors are placed at all the walls? These are placed at all the walls so that it gives an illusion that the space is larger. So these mirrors are used to increase, means it gives rise to an illusion kind of thing, where we can say that the room is quite big. Okay, so this gives an illusion. So all these curved surfaces, all these curved mirrors are used for such activities. Okay, so this is what is about the convex mirror, children. Okay, now next thing is that what we will study is the image formation of the lenses. Okay, now what are these lenses? So the image formed by the concave and the convex mirror is that, what is the difference between the image formed by nature of the images which is being formed in the concave and the convex mirror? So in concave mirror, what kind of image is obtained? Image is real, it is inverted, enlarged. Okay, still it is inverted, so we cannot use it as the rear view mirror children. Okay, so it is always used for enlarging, inverted images being seen. And what about when the distance is reduced? When the distance is reduced, it forms virtual image also. So it is, the image formation depends upon the distance of what? Distance of the image and the object. Okay, now next, the image and the object. Yes, of course. So if we are taking the candle light, so if we are using this candle light, we can easily see that the image which is being formed is always which is because of the presence of the distance between these object as well as the light. Okay, now next thing what we have to see is that we can easily see that the image which is being formed in the convex mirror, this convex mirror always shows the virtual image. Okay, this virtual image is formed, virtual image, and this is smaller also. Okay, now every time in the convex mirror, the image formed is always the virtual, erect and diminished. It is always virtual image, small image and erect image. Now we can see the straight image. Please understand that that is why this convex mirror is always used as a rear view mirror, because it is forming no doubt it is forming a very small image, but that small image would be erect one. So that because it is having the erect image, that is why it is used as a rear view mirror, whereas these concave mirrors are used for increasing the size of the room, or this could be used by the dentist, this could be used by the for enlarging the image. Okay, that could also be used for the for makeup mirrors. Okay, so all these are the ways by which, I mean, these are the nature of the image which is being obtained by this types of mirrors. Okay, now if we remember the uses of the concave and the convex mirror, I told you that it is being used by the dentist. Okay, so I'll tell you some more uses of these concave and the convex mirror. Okay, so the uses of the concave and the convex mirrors are as follows. So I just now tell you about the uses of these mirrors. So just now I discussed about the uses of the concave and the convex mirror. In few uses I have told you. I'll tell you some more use about the concave mirrors. So this mirror is forming enlarged image. Okay, so if this is forming enlarged image, it could be used for it could be used in telescopes. As see, both the mirrors are used in the telescope. Mirror and the lens both are used, but still we can write down as a use of this concave mirror in the telescope. It is used to see the faint or very distant stars. Next, it is used to concentrate the light. That is why it could be used by the dentists. Okay, by the doctors, for seeing your nose and ear. Okay, it could be used for seeing the magnified objects, so it could be used as for increasing the area, or to see the magnified object. Okay, magnified object could also be seen. Fine, magnified object could also be seen. Next is that it is also used for cosmetic purpose. It is also used for cosmetic purpose. Okay, what is this cosmetic purpose? Cosmetic purpose means that it is used to see the face, for makeup mirrors. Okay, it is also used for makeuping the mirror, makeuping the face. Sorry, makeup mirrors it is used. Okay, so it could be used in the salons and all, so that the face could be magnified and the mirrors could be used for obtaining the magnified image. Fine. Next is the use of the concave mirrors. So okay, this was the use of concave. I'll write down the uses of the convex mirror. Convex mirror use. What is the use of the convex mirror? So we have seen the uses of the concave mirror, now the uses of the convex mirror. So there are very few uses of these convex mirrors. It is that it is used to see the rear field. It is used as the rear view mirror in the cars and the vehicles, okay, and it could also cover a large view. So it is covering a large view, and it is going to decrease the distance, however, but this is showing a virtual image, please remember. So this forms a virtual image. Every time it is forming a virtual image, but still it is being used as a rear view mirror, okay. Please remember. Next is that it is used as security mirrors also. Sometimes it is being used as security mirrors, as you could see there in the school. I mean outside the school on the street where the school is there, and you could see just at one, I think one crossing is there. At that place, one big mirror is being used for security purpose to track the traffic. That is, and that mirror is this convex mirror, which shows you a large view. Okay. So that was all about the concave and the convex mirror, children, and we have seen the image formation in the concave and the convex mirror, whereas the uses also we have seen. Okay, we have seen this. Okay, reflectors are also used. Please remember that it is used for as the reflectors of the cars and the vehicles. This concave mirror is used in the reflectors, okay, of the vehicles and the cars, okay, and the scooters. So this was all about the concave and the convex mirror story, which in which we have studied about the image formation as well as the uses of this concave and the convex mirror, children. Okay, so that is all for today's video. I will meet you all in the next video with the next topic to be discussed. Okay, so that's all for today.